I wish we would have been able to save a little bit more to fall back on and to be able to help our kids like when they were going to go to school. So it's very important that you be very, I don't know what that word I want to use with your money, that you, frugal I guess, you just want to be able to save some and not be so spendthrifty. I know there's a lot of that going on now, and try to keep up with the Joneses. That's not an important thing.
How about love in marriage?
Well, you have to have love if you're going to have a happy marriage. And I don't say that marriage is all going to be always great. Like I say, you do have problems and heartaches, but if you have a love for each other and be able to talk to each other and be able to work out your problem, you can work out almost anything. Nowadays it just seems like, well, we don't get along, we'll get a divorce. I don't believe that, and I know we've had our share of problems, but we just worked it out together, and then of course we had Christ to lean on and help us through each one.
How should they raise their children?
Well, first I would say they should teach their children to obey and to tell the truth. Those are two very important characteristics. And then they should see that their children are taken to Sunday school and church, and that their children would accept Jesus as their personal Savior. And then not only do you want to do that, but you also want to live and serve God in your life. I mean, you need to do both in order to have a happy life together.
Rosie, probably all the generations of your family will watch this tape. Since you have the opportunity right now, what personal message would you like to give them?
Well, I know now like I said, I mentioned my mother died when I was 12, and then we were put in an orphanage, so we didn't have a lot of the things that kids have nowadays. But after I got out of the orphanage and after I met Jake and we were married and we were unsaved together, and then I accepted Christ as my Savior, your whole outlook on life changes. And if you just trust in Him to help you see through any of your problems. I know we've had a lot of heartaches. We had a daughter who had cancer twice, and we had a lot of problems there, but God saw us through each one. And then we had Jake's mother live with us, and she had cancer, and we took care of her. She also had Alzheimer's disease, and my kids were there to help me take care of her. You have to have love and be able to just get along together.
Rosie, we're at the end of our interview right now. Is there anything you would like to add or say just to complete things?
Well, my prayer would be that each one of my children have accepted Christ as their Savior and are living for the Lord and serving Him, and that they would instill this in their children, that the need for the love of Christ in order to be able to withstand any of the things of life that comes on. It is so important to be able to have God to lean on.
This concludes our interview, Rosie. We sure enjoyed doing this with you today. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Appreciate it.